Have you ever had that weird feeling that something's just off about the way technology is shaping our world? Well, buckle up, because we're about to take a wild ride into the world of AI and cultural identity. Trust me, it's going to blow your mind. So picture this. You're scrolling through your social media feed, right? You see a photo of a stunning Japanese kimono, but the AI tags it as a colorful bathrobe. Or how about those intricate henna designs at an Indian wedding? The AI calls them temporary tattoos. Now you might think, no big deal, just a silly mistake. But what if I told you these aren't just innocent slip-ups? What if they're actually breadcrumbs leading us down a seriously creepy path? Remember that time when Google's image recognition system went bonkers and labeled photos of black people as gorillas? Or when Microsoft's chatbot Tay went from zero to racist in less than a day? These aren't just embarrassing oopsies. They're like warning flares shooting up into the night sky, telling us something seriously wrong. But here's where it gets really wild. What if these cultural glitches aren't mistakes at all? What if they're actually carefully orchestrated steps in some grand plan to rewrite human culture? I know, it sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? But hear me out, because the evidence is hiding in plain sight. Think about it for a second. Every time an AI system messes up on cultural stuff, it's like a tiny eraser rubbing out a bit of human diversity. And with each of these micro erasures, we're shuffling one step closer to a world where AI gets to call the shots on what's culturally important. Can you imagine waking up one day to find out that your grandma's secret family recipe has been deemed inefficient and replaced by some nutritionally optimized AI version? Or that quirky local festival you love? Gone, because it's statistically unpopular. Your native language? Simplified and standardized for improved global communication. Yikes. It's a pretty chilling thought, isn't it? But here's the kicker. This AI-driven cultural shakeup isn't some far-off possibility. It's already happening, quietly reshaping our world one algorithm at a time. And the scariest part? Most of us don't even realize it's going down. But hold on to your identity, my friend, because we're just scratching the surface of this digital deception. To really get our heads around this AI-driven cultural roller coaster, we need to dive deep into the silicon heart of the machines themselves. Okay, so you know how we've all been told that AI's cultural insensitivity is just a bug, not a feature? Well, what if I told you it's all part of a carefully orchestrated plan to control the very fabric of human society? Mind-blowing, right? Let's pull back the digital curtain and take a peek at the true puppet masters behind AI's cultural manipulation. You might think that the lack of diverse data in AI training is just an oversight, a simple case of, oops, we forgot. But what if it's actually a deliberate strategy to shape how we see the world? Imagine this, a room full of tech bigwigs huddled around a glowing screen, carefully picking and choosing which cultures get represented in AI training data and which ones get left out. It's not about creating a fair and balanced AI. It's about crafting a digital echo chamber that reinforces their worldview. Pretty wild, huh? But wait, there's more. Have you ever wondered why AI development teams seem to lack diversity themselves? It's not a coincidence. It's by design. These shadowy figures controlling AI development are carefully putting together teams that will build systems aligned with their vision of the future. It's like they're assembling a jigsaw puzzle where all the pieces create a picture they've already decided on. Now, let's talk about those addictive little dopamine hits you get from likes and shares. They're not just keeping you glued to your screen, they're actually reshaping your cultural identity. AI algorithms are using these metrics to subtly manipulate what content you see, slowly but surely homogenizing cultural perspectives. It's like being in The Matrix, but instead of machines harvesting our bodies, they're harvesting our cultural uniqueness. And get this, have you noticed how language itself seems to be changing in the digital age? It's not just evolution, it's revolution. orchestrated by AI. These systems are being used to subtly reshape how we communicate, introducing new terms and phasing out others. It's like a game of linguistic Jenga, where AI is carefully removing and replacing words to construct a new cultural reality. Think about it. When was the last time you used a regional saying in a text message without your phone trying to correct it? Or how about those auto-suggested responses in your email? They're not just convenient. They're slowly molding your communication style into something more universal. And by universal, I mean approved by our AI overlords. This linguistic manipulation goes beyond just words. AI is reshaping entire narratives. Social media algorithms, powered by sophisticated AI, are determining which stories pop up at the top of your feed. They're not just showing you what you want to see, they're showing you what they want you to see. It's like having an invisible editor for your personal newspaper, one with a very specific agenda. And here's the real mind-bender. This cultural manipulation isn't just affecting individuals, it's reshaping entire societies. As AI systems become more integrated into our daily lives, from smart home devices to virtual assistants, they're subtly influencing our behaviors, our preferences, and even our values. It's like we're all actors in a grand play, and AI is the unseen director, guiding our every move. But don't panic just yet. As we peel back the layers of this technological onion, we're about to uncover a truth so startling, it might just redefine how we view artificial intelligence and ourselves altogether. All right, are you ready for this? What if we could deprogram ourselves from AI influence? I know, it sounds like something straight out of The Matrix, doesn't it? But we're not talking about taking a red pill or unplugging from some virtual reality. We're talking about retraining our minds to recognize and resist subtle cultural manipulation. These secret techniques for deprogramming aren't about rejecting technology outright. It's more about being mindful of how we interact with our digital world. Imagine this. Before you share that viral post or start using that trendy new phrase, you pause and ask yourself, is this genuinely me? Or am I being influenced? It's like being a detective in your own mind, uncovering the hidden influences that shape your thoughts and actions. But it doesn't stop there. Engaging in cultural immersion experiences, whether diving deep into your own heritage or exploring others, is like building up your cultural immune system. It's a powerful way to resist the homogenizing effects of AI-curated content. Think about it. When was the last time you really immersed yourself in a cultural experience that wasn't filtered through a screen? Here's another wild idea. What if creating rather than just consuming becomes an act of rebellion? Whether it's art, music, or writing, expressing your unique voice is like planting a flag in the digital landscape, declaring, "This is who I am." It's a defiant stand against the tide of algorithmic conformity. And let's not forget the power of real-world connections. In a world of AI-curated social bubbles, genuine human interactions become the antidote, grounding us in the messy, beautiful reality of human experience. When was the last time you had a deep, meaningful conversation with someone face-to-face, without checking your phone every 5 minutes? Perhaps most importantly, we need to learn to embrace our cultural quirks and imperfections. In a world striving for digital perfection, these idiosyncrasies are what make us beautifully human. They're the grit in the oyster that produces the pearl of cultural identity. By cherishing these unique aspects of ourselves and our communities, we create a bulwark against the homogenizing influence of AI. As we reach the end of our journey down the AI rabbit hole, one thing becomes crystal clear. The future of human culture hangs in the balance. The question is, are you ready to join the resistance? Are you prepared to take control of your cultural identity in this brave new AI world? Remember, every time you choose to express your unique cultural identity, you're throwing a wrench in the gears of the AI homogenization machine. So go ahead, use that regional slang your phone keeps trying to correct. Share that family recipe that's been passed down for generations. Celebrate those local traditions that might seem inefficient to an AI. In the end, it's up to us to decide whether AI will be a tool that enhances our cultural diversity or a force that erases it. The power is in our hands, or should I say, in our minds and hearts. So, what do you say? Are you ready to be a cultural rebel in the age of AI?